avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. Sorry, you're being recorded.
Oh my goodness. Each week it catches me off guard. Thank you very much for letting me know.
You're welcome anytime. That's what I'm here for. Welcome back, guys. It's another episode of Talkmen Tuesday with Sawyer Yizel, Angel Corrado. Sawyer is 25.
Yeah.
Oh!
Let's go.
I like how I said it like it was a question.
25?
I like last time I said 24. I got that. I'm like, wait, his birthday was recently. He's not 24 anymore.
Changed.
That's how birthdays work. Once it's passed, you had another one. So he's 25. I am 26. Oh, we're only a year apart. Not really. We're like
no, it's a year. It's a year.
It's a year. Yeah. Yeah, 26, 25, and this is. I like how you described this last podcast. It's two guys talking about pop culture who know nothing about pop culture.
Just trying our best. And the Oscars happened yesterday, so boy, do we have a lot of pop culture to pretend that we know.
Mostly headline reading. There was a lot of headlines. Did Eminem perform at the Oscars?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Performed Get Loose?
No.
Lose
yourself. Get Loose. Also known as Footloose, which is still not Eminem.
This is how bad we are. Okay. But yeah, I saw a lot of headlines with that. Apparently not a lot of people enjoyed it too much.
There's a guy that fell asleep during it. I think Martin Scorsese fell asleep during it.
How can he fall asleep to Eminem?
Oh, Martin Scorsese is an older gentleman, so really not his type of music.
Okay. I feel like that's like sports arena type of music. Like people are gonna play a game, pump up music. We're gonna go, but Oscars more like fancy.
Yeah, they were kind of doing it. I if I remember correctly, they were doing it after they started doing like big moments in movies with music, how music is incorporated, and then in Eminem's movie 8 Mile, that's when that song was like going, and so everybody kind of knew it. But they went for the wrong audience, I feel, and like nobody's really trying to get like that psyched up, like you better lose yourself in the music when they're like trying to go up there and get the rewards.
Right.
I don't know, like 60, 70-year-old men going up for director of the year awards, really not the audience. Right. But that's just me as a simple podcaster. That's all I say.
If we ever meet Eminem, you said what about my performance?
I love you, sir. Please.
we love you. We just didn't think that would be the right fit for you.
Yeah.
He definitely pump up the crowd if it was like a sports arena.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Come on. I can see that.
But not a lot of actors. Not a lot of actors and actresses.
Especially like that's like the award ceremony. That's like after their game is done, seeing who did the best.
Yeah.
It's funny how we talk about actors as in like they played a game, but they played a movie.
Hey, good game, good movie, good movie, good movie.
Oh yeah. Guess what, guys? I had Burger King. So if you hear me feeling sick and my stomach rumbling, it's because I just had Burger King. It was delicious. Burger King is delicious, but it's probably not the best idea to eat junk food after a CrossFit workout late at night, especially when you got a podcast to do. Hopefully, I don't have to be like, sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, I do a hard workout, and then I'm gonna have Burger King, and of all the places, Burger King. Why Burger King?
I saw a commercial. I don't even remember where I saw a commercial. And it was like a commercial stating the blind burger test.
Nope. This does not make it any better.
And I was like, I haven't had Burger King in a while. What's a great idea to have Burger King after CrossFit? I usually save my junk food days for like Saturday and Sunday when I don't work out because I don't feel so guilty and I don't feel horrible afterwards. Like physically feel like I shouldn't have ate that. Like yeah.
Sick. Yeah, like you do right now. I'm the exact same way. It's like we try to eat healthy during the week when we're working out, and then the weekends when you don't work out, who cares what you eat? It doesn't count if it's not a weekday.
You have more time to recover. It's so
Mhm.
sad that we need time to recover from food.
That's the life that we live. And
So kids,
so, yeah, I was gonna say, what's the moral of the story?
if any kids are listening to this, enjoy your body so that your metabolism can like go through junk food like it's nothing. Like you could eat a chocolate bar and have the most energy in the world. Once you hit like what 20 mid 20s,
25, 26.
yeah, 25, 26, it's downhill from there. You have to keep in shape. That pizza is gonna go straight to your stomach.
Watch out for the thighs.
I remember my physics professor would always say that, like, yeah, when I was in high school, I used to eat a whole box of pizza by myself. I was skinny. Didn't have to worry about a thing. Now, not so much.
2 pieces. I feel bloated, and I'm gonna be regretting it in the morning.
I never got that too when adults would be like, I feel bloated. What does that mean?
It just means you ate too much. Oh wait. Oh, do you get that
But
now?
yeah, I get that now.
At the
I
time,
feel it
yeah.
now.
Gosh, I was like, man,
But
you
as a
do
kid,
not
I'm
know
like,
how lucky you have it.
what is bloated? You just eat and it goes through. Like, what do you mean you have a sick stomach? And now I'm like, oh, it's not going through well right now. Yeah. So eat healthy, guys.
Eat healthy. That's the moral of the story. Eat healthy. And we are introducing a new segment of the podcast right now. So you know how you're supposed to hold yourself accountable and hold your friends accountable for little resolutions. Well, Angel and I decided that we wanted to finish books. And so Angel has chosen a book and I have chosen a book to read. And then each week we're gonna have like a mini segment. Won't take too long, just going over what we read that previous week.
Oh, every
And yeah, over everything. And so the book that I chose that I will go over is called So You Want to Start a Podcast: Finding Your Voice, Telling Your Story, and Building a Community That Will Listen, which is you guys. 7 steps to take you from idea to hit show. And Angel, what is your book that you have decided?
my book is by Kobe Bryant, The Mamba Mentality: How I Play.
And
Rest
so,
in peace, But
yeah, so each week we're just gonna have a little segment. We'll just kind of highlight what we read. We won't go like over everything. Maybe like a couple of points. Angel, you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay.
Guys, I might have remembered this as soon as Sawyer asked the question of whether or not I have read the first chapter.
Yeah,
I
Angel
was
might have
like,
forgotten this until about 20 minutes ago.
He's like, you read the first chapter? And I looked at me like, first chapter. The Mambo mentality. We'll let you go first. And while you talk about your first chapter, I'll skim through mine and let you know about mine.
All right. So my book has technically 37 chapters broken into 7 parts. And so I read part 1, which is Dream It. Next week it will be Write It, then Host It, Cast It, Make It, Share It, and Grow It. So the first one is Dream It, which is essentially just about figuring out what you want to do for your podcast. And so it breaks it down into know why you want to start a podcast, recognize who your show is for, which is you guys. You're welcome. Decide what your show is about, find inspiration in the right areas, and then be honest about how much love you have to give. And so I just want to read the first paragraph, which is like 2 sentences, and then the last paragraph, which is again 2 sentences, because the first paragraph is like one of the greatest things I think I've ever read. It made me feel really good about myself. And then the second one is just true about my life. So the first paragraph is, hello, you magnificent creature. Yes, you who just opened this book. I want to tell you something. Something that you deserve to hear, but perhaps don't hear enough. I believe in you. I believe you have great stories in you that people want to hear. I believe you are something special. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. And I think that's just so true about our lives. Like, everybody has unique perspectives on things. Everybody's opinion matter. Like, tell your story. Nobody has the same life you do. Like, live it. And so I
Very
thought
true.
that was awesome. And then the last one is about the last paragraph is about basically how out of everybody that starts podcasts, a lot of the podcasters stop after like the first 9 episodes and then they just kind of fizzle out, which I don't know what episode we're at, but we're either getting close to 9 or over 9. And so I'm just going to say, suck at statistics.
We're
We
over
showed you.
9.
Yeah, what up?
Ooh, another fun fact about that. When we were looking for the name of our podcast, a lot of them were already taken. And those podcasts that were already taken were usually of like 1 to 3 podcasts, and then they stopped. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and so like
Just
nobody
like,
will ever be able to say Talkman Tuesday again as their podcast, even if we stop now and never do it. But like as long as you claim the name, it's yours forever.
boom.
But so if you remember from a previous episode, I adopted a cat. And so this last this last paragraph again is about knowing how much love you have to give, and so don't start something unless you're willing to see it through. And so it says, ideally, you'll come to realize that your podcast is way better than a college paper or your favorite hobby. Hopefully, it will be more like the elderly cat you fell in love with at the Humane Society, the one you know you can dedicate time to, even though although you'll already spread thin, the one you can't wait to get home to every day to share your love with. And that is so true. Every Monday, I look forward to this podcast, and like I just enjoy doing this just because get to talk to you guys, get to talk to my friend Angel. Like, this is fun. And so, again, the first little section of my book is just about realizing why you want to do it, who your audience is, and kind of just making sure you have your priorities straight with it. So the next part for next week is going to be about writing it, deciding my format, focusing on a topic, preparing a script, which we don't do. And then well, we found it better that we don't have a script because it doesn't seem as personable. And then giving your show a strong title, which we already do. Talkman Tuesday can't get much stronger than that. What up?
Boom.
But that is my book, and that is my week 1 of So You Want to Start a Podcast.
Boom. Thank you, sir.
All right, give us that Mamba mentality.
See, Mama mentality, it's all about the mentality. So from that 5 minutes that you were talking while I was reading this book,
What I found out.
in this short period of time, was that Kobe was serious about his work ethic. You want to know how serious he was?
How serious
Well,
was he?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You want to know how serious was he? He did biblical workouts. You want to know his routine?
What was his routine?
Okay. Thank you for asking. I was afraid I was gonna get crickets. We still don't know how to do that with editing, but maybe later. Yeah.
Best cricket noise out there.
All right, here we go. Maybe wait. Apparently, basketball players would start at 11, and then they would like rest for 4 hours and then get to the gym at 5 to 7. That's how regular basketball players would work out, right? Well, Kobe was like, if I wake up earlier and then do a workout at 5 a.m. to 7, he could go again at 11 to 2, and then 6 to 8. So he basically added a whole nother workout each day. Like, what?
That's crazy.
I think I remember reading about what was it? Why do I think of Mike Jones? Michael Jordan.
There we go.
Michael Jordan had something similar that he also tried to add in more workouts than what was recommended, and he actually had to like fight his doctor, debate with him, being like, I know my body can handle more workouts. I want to do more workouts, because they both knew that like if you want to be the greatest of all time or like the best at your craft, you got to put in those hours of work and practice, and they did that. They also Kobe didn't like to sacrifice family time. So how he actually went about that was to wake up earlier and sacrifice his sleep. Wouldn't recommend that, but that's Mamba mentality for you. But
I love my sleep. I will not sacrifice my sleep for anybody.
uh, he's been also been known for like taking quick naps here and there when he did feel tired, because he did realize that those 15-minute naps or like an hour nap made it all worth it and what allowed him to be like in his peak performance at a game or whenever they needed him.
Yeah, just in life.
Also, one of the things I liked about one of the pages, it's Michael Jordan talking with Kobe Bryant. Look at that. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube, but it's both of them in an all-star game. And one of the captions has asked a ton of questions. I was curious and I wanted to improve, learn, and fill my head with the history of the game. I think that's cool. Because like with history, we learn a lot of things, like what makes things successful and what doesn't. And then actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. I had one page that asked a ton of questions, and then the next page is like, just do it.
You walked into that perfectly on your end because that's exactly what you said. You said the curiosity, and then just do it, and then the next page is just do it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like so many people debate and like, oh, this is the perfect way to go about it, or to be the best, you have to do like 2 practices, but he actually put in that. And for so far, that's about it, guys. We'll continue this book report next week.
Next week.
I want to see like another good quote from Kobe, because Kobe is so good. Oh snap! I forgot. Kobe and Magic Johnson. Of course, they played in different eras.
Yeah.
I don't know my NBA history. Yeah, he's talking about all the greats right now in this book. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to talk about this later. Ooh,
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
playing through the pain. He was like, it was when he dislocated his finger, and they were trying to gauge how bad it was. uh, and then he asked his, I want to say his coach or his physical something, one of the assistants, is it going to get better? He said no. I said exactly. There's nothing we can do about it now, and it can't get worse. So tape it up and let's go. Boom.
Oh.
So they literally taped up his finger, and he kept on playing.
Well, this makes me feel bad because I postponed our podcast from Monday to Tuesday last week because I was sick. Should have had the Mamba mentality. This is just your way of making me feel bad, Angel. I'm on to you. Yeah. And this is all a setup.
We'll see.
We're back.
Oh, we're back.
For all of our listeners, we have been, for some reason, having some tech issues today. Sometimes technology is not our friend. So if it's just Angel for a little bit, it's just because I'm reconnecting.
There you go.
But yeah, that's a little segment we're going to add in every once in a while. See how long it lasts, whatnot. But nothing too crazy. But we can hold ourselves accountable for it.
Get this. Did I talk to you about how I was looking into like sports cards?
Yeah, wait, what was the Giannis one? You never responded to me.
Ah.
Was it 110? Because that was my guess.
What, like $110?
Yeah.
Right now they're going for, I want to say through auction like 980.
Oh!
980. Yes.
So Angel has like, what is it? Is it Giannis Antetokounmpo rookie card?
Yep, Giannis rookie card 2013 is basically the rookie card. I bought some last year. They actually get sent to a company and they grade them like a 10 is the perfect form, a 9, etc., etc. But a Giannis rookie card, Panini Prism, um, 10 is currently worth around like they're going for 980, 990. I sold two for 1,000, um, with the buy it now format, and I bought them
Holy
last
shit.
year. Yeah, I
Oh
bought them
my
last
god.
year for 550. Told my sister that, and she was like, she just looked at me like, "You bought sports cards for 550?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I sold them today for 1,000. She's like, "What? How are
That's
people buying?"
crazy.
Yeah, because well, Gary Vee was talking about how it was exploding, and if you would have bought them 2 years ago, right when he bought them, like not even, yeah, it would have been 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, like 2018 August, they were like 180. Now they're over 1,000. They're 900, 1,000, depending like
Basically.
auction type. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's mostly just their rookie card and um Gary says it's because one the the guys who used to be into sports cards like when they were kids are finally having 7 or 8 year olds, so it's like the whole reboot's going on, so their
Ah.
kids are starting to play with it and they're coming back into the field. And then um I guess back in the day it was more baseball, but now I guess culturally wise NBA is taking over, so NBA is definitely um more lucrative, or like just their cards are worth more.
Yeah. I
I
never
think
really got into cards too much.
uh I remember one thing he was saying, he bought some, who was it, I'm not sure if it was LeBron James rookie cards a year ago for 1,000. He bought 50 of them. Now they're going over for like 4,000. It's like insane. It's like they're going up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So like you just never know. It's cool though.
My dad has a Michael Jordan card that's like pretty rare right now.
uh
I just googled Michael Jordan card value and I'm trying to like find the one. There's this one that says it's used that looks kind of like it. That's 8,900, but I don't think that's it. But I think it could be wrong, but I know it's like a couple thousand for like
oh
the random one that he happens to have.
oh.
I called dibs on it. So Dad, if you're listening here, remember I still have dibs. But like that's just crazy. Like you gotta be lucky with it. If like you unpack that and like just a random card like pack that you buy, like you are
Right.
one of the luckiest people ever. I feel like a lot of the people just happen to buy it like off of eBay or something when it's
Uh-huh.
lower value and then the price increases.
Diamond rookies, they came out this year. I think some of them are going for like 200, just not even graded.
Yeah.
But they're and it's his first year, so people, the speculation behind them.
Well, you just hope that the people become all stars.
Yeah, that's basically it.
You know?
But there's also if you're like a baseball, like really know your sports very well and know the players very well at their game, and you know somebody's really good. Let's say Luca. Um, People knew he was good. Oh snap! 740 for his rookie card. It's his first year. What?
That's crazy. I don't have that money.
Yeah.
Come on,
The-
podcast, let's go.
it's, I guess it ranges. Some of them are going for like $40 ungraded. Um, Basically raw or ungraded means you don't know how well it is.
Until you get it like tested out by somebody who's like the card expert.
Correct. They usually send them to companies and they have a ton of tech experts. But right now it can take up to 100 days, and it's usually
Oh,
like $20 per card. And they've
100 days to get a guy to look at a card or guy or girl to look at a card and be like, yep, that's an A
Yeah,
or that's a 10.
if it's a big amount, then yeah. If it's not, then it's like usually a month it takes. But they're experiencing a large quantity of people shipping them in, so they're like
Oh my
it takes
goodness.
even more. So that should be interesting.
I'm gonna send in some Pokemon cards from back in the day. Like, hey, check out my Bulbasaur.
Apparently, like of that, uh, some people actually collect those, and it's valuable, like the
Oh
actual
yeah,
legit ones. And I'm like, I
yeah,
don't know enough about that to make it work,
yeah.
but
You get like the
yeah.
double holographic or whatever ones, and then it's just like, okay. But yeah, I mean, there's a whole business behind it, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Basically, to have a hobby,
Yeah.
and then
No.
go there. Mostly listening to Gary Vee's picks because he's usually good at telling them, and he wants to leave a good legacy. So when he
Mhm.
it does not work out if he gets injured. Yeah,
We like
Bird is back.
disconnected a little bit there again. What?
Uh,
What is our tech issues?
we have poor connection, but we have never had poor connection
We've never
before.
had it before. Okay, this is how the
Oh.
podcast falls apart, everybody.
And this is the last episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Oh yeah, finally completed um 2 weeks of vertical vlogs.
Oh, how
Now
are you liking doing them?
I I find it easier to film them and do them,
Yeah.
so that helps me out for sure. And now that I've done 2 weeks of it, I'm probably gonna try to do some Facebook ads to try to get Urbana and Champagne people to look
Yeah.
at it and then hopefully follow the show.
Hmm.
It's basically a vlog because I needed something to like get people's attention and get people watching to know about the store. And Facebook ads are underpriced, so or
Yeah.
they're very cheap compared to I know a radio ad was like 500 for the whole month, and like with $500 on a Facebook budget could give me way more results than a radio ad. Especially if you could get the people that you deliver those ads to follow your account.
Yeah.
You got them for like not even just that month, but ongoing, like quote unquote ads. It can be just a show and
Hmm.
just product placement.
I'd be curious what ends up reaching more people essentially, because I'm assuming with the Facebook ads, like you have to find the location and
Oh,
everything, and then you have to get like, wait, did I disconnect?
you did 10 seconds. So start all over where you're
Oh
like.
my goodness.
I
So
wonder
I was gonna
how
say,
the audio would be.
yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us in the audio. Um, but I was saying, I wonder what like ends up actually like essentially reaching more people, radio or Facebook, because I'm assuming with Facebook, like you have to get people that match up like with what Facebook deems like the target audience for you. Whereas a radio, they can just be like, whoever's listening to this radio station obviously is going to hear it, so you'll reach a wider audience potentially, but maybe less people that are more narrowed into what actually like would be interested in it. Whereas the Facebook, maybe like they might not reach as many people, but the people that they target are more relevant to what your customer base would be.
Mm.
So
You could
I'd be
actually
curious about that.
you could actually select who you want to target in that Facebook page, like
Oh
in
really?
yep. So if it's literally just Spanish speaking people, you can select that English speaking, whatever type of format you want to put, and then um, the cool thing I usually like to do is like 5 mile radius around the store. So
Hmm.
then it just gets people who
Are
probably
close. Yeah.
yeah, and then who travel 5 miles for a grocery store.
Yeah.
But apparently, I've gotten people from a town nearby, which is like 20 minutes away, but also 5 miles in a town is huge. Because
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it with all the stoplights and whatnot, but the town nearby got it, and she came in and she's like, "Yeah, I saw your Facebook," and so I decided to check it out. I'm like, "Oh, it's working."
That's actually pretty cool.
Um, Another thing would be it was an older gentleman. And apparently they're better at reading it just because they usually go slower on the feed, so they actually could see it and read
Ah.
it and do it. And like, oh, Facebook would be the perfect time because if you're an older gentleman or people with money who want to buy actual meat and like want to explore.
Yeah.
Small town in Illinois. Come to El Progreso.
I swipe through my feed like it's nobody's business. I'm
That's
trying
the
to
other
go for
thing.
the world record.
Younger people tend to do that, so older people are like slower. Like, we'll target
No.
25 and up because under 25 probably don't got no money.
Well, it's like it's even with like going through like the TV guide when I'm at home and stuff. Like I can like usually skim really quick and I just keep going. And my parents are like, "Slow down, Sawyer. Like you can't even see what's on." And I'm like, "No, I just know what I'm looking for." Like just keep going for it. So not
Oh.
saying that my family's old or anything, but they just like their time.
Watch them listen. Watch them be listening to this. Sorry, hold on. Listen to your podcast. I am your mother. You.
You respect my age. Mother, not old, okay? Just a slower reader than I am a skimmer.
Ooh, I wanted to vlog inside Walmart because, like,
Are you allowed to do that?
I don't think so. That's why I couldn't do it.
Oh.
If they get you, you're not. It has to be. You have to have corporate approval or whatnot. So you can't do it. But I think I actually did it one time. Just do the automatic registers. I don't know. The whole thing I'm intrigued about was like looking at it 50, 60 years from now, being like, somebody was like a registered person. And that'd be so strange to people who like the kids who were just growing up. Like back in my day, we used to have somebody ring us up. It was on just machines.
Yeah.
And how Amazon's doing, how they don't even need a register. They literally just pick things up and go.
Walk out.
And so it'd be so
What?
strange to look. Yeah, like look at these videos and like, you're telling me back in the day, you guys would stand 10 minutes in a line, wait for a person to check you out and bag your items. You're like, yep, that's how we used to do it.
Yeah.
Or cars. I still have ignition with like the car, actual key. It's not push to start.
Yeah.
That's another thing I thought would be interesting. It's like back in the day, there was rolled up windows. You had to do it by hand. We used to drive stick shift a lot. Not now. It's
Yeah.
all these automatic cars.
The
You
fob in the pocket, that's all you need.
You get so lucky. Back in my days, you have a lot harsher.
Well, soon it's going to be self-driving cars, and so it's going to be like, one day I actually had to drive my own car. What? Grandpa, you're crazy. Shut up, kid.
Be grateful. You have to do all this. You're telling me I couldn't do my homework and drive at the same time? No. You had to be focused on the road. This is why so many accidents happen. And watch them going 60 miles an hour without just like automatic cars.
Yeah.
Or even faster if it was all automatic, and if like there's new technology where the road can actually talk to the car of like future accidents or like spills, that would be insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, then someday there's not even going to be a car on the road. It's going to be all flying cars. I'll be like, back in my day, I drove on a road. What's a road, Grandpa? Shut up, kid. I don't know why I'm so angry to my grandchildren, but apparently this is going to be future me.
that's literally how I was thinking it. Like when I wanted to vlog, I just wanted to be like, "You're so, guys so fortunate." Back in my day, we used to walk to the grocery store, pick up the item, wait for the register, and go on our merry way. Now you just have one click and it's there in 10 minutes. Then you know that Amazon does like 1 hour delivery. Oh, that'd be insane. How much? They'd be like, "You spent how much getting your groceries?"
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "In 10 minutes."
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got the services that deliver your groceries for you, so you don't even have to leave your apartment, your house, if you don't want to. So back in my day, I used to go out and get my groceries, like you said.
My parents would always do that to me growing up. Anytime I complain, it's like back in my day. Or they'd be like, "I'm gonna take you back to Guatemala to know what suffering's really about." or how they would say if like we didn't want to work, like, we're gonna take you back to Guatemala so you know how to like have a good work ethic. We're like, okay.
I'll be good, I swear.
But then when we had like lazy cousins who were actually from Guatemala, we'd always be like, "There's a disconnect right here. Like he's lazy, but he's from Guatemala. Aren't they all like hard workers?" But I would never argue that to my mom or dad.
Oh, no, not at that point. I mean, if you did, then they'd send you back to Guatemala.
Yeah, I'd definitely get a spanking for sure. Or I would get threatened for a spanking, and I'd be that whatever you want to call it. I call it smarts, or maybe I was just really afraid of the hand. But as soon as she lifted her hand, I started bawling like they've already hit me. Like if they spanked me, who knows how long. But yeah, then she just looked at me like laughed at times. It was like, I haven't even hit you, and you already cried. I know. I'm so
But I know it's coming.
And my sister was the complete opposite. She, when she would get in trouble and like they would spank her, she'd go be like, "Is that all you got? Hit me harder." And of course, that pissed off my parents even more. So definitely hit them harder. Hit her harder.
Yeah, I didn't try to antagonize my parents when they they were scolding me like that. My dad gave me the hand too, and it was as soon as he went over to his chair to sit down and put out his knee, that's when I started crying. That's when I did the no, I didn't mean it. I was kidding. And I just get over here.
So you were the same way?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You were
Oh yeah.
crying.
Oh yeah.
How was your sister then?
I don't recall her ever really getting like spanked or anything like that. She probably did, and it's just like I blacked that out because I was like, no, I was the only problem child, but like she probably got spanked or scolded or something too. But it was usually like my dad dealt with me and my mom dealt with her, if I remember things correctly.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, we were. And my mom was a nice one. My dad was like the Punisher one. So my mom would actually use my dad. I was like, "Don't let me get my dad. Don't let me
Yep.
get your dad." Like, oh, oh, we'll behave.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, there were a
after,
couple of times where it was like after school, I wasn't doing my homework, and mom would be like, "Do your homework before your dad gets home, or else." And it's just like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And then it's like I knew when my dad typically got home, and then it was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go do it now. I'm gonna go do it."
but I always he would work in he started a lawn mowing business. So he had like those big trucks that carry all the lawn equipment, right?
Mhm.
And a trailer. So he would park it in the house. So you have to like go forward and then reverse with those big trucks. You hear the beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep. And that's when you knew go into your room and hide. Because dad, after a long day of work, especially in the sun, he was probably pissed.
He
Or
does
if he
not want to
wasn't,
deal with any of your crap. Like, just let him enjoy his evening.
now that I work full time, I understand that completely. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Imagine after a long day of work, you have to come back with kids who are full of energy.
Ugh. I'm not looking forward to that. Like, that's the one thing. Like, I'm exhausted typically when I get home. Imagine going home to have kids and like they need help with homework or just study for tasks. Like, I'm
Dad,
not
dad, dad.
dealing with that. Hey, I figured it out. You figure it out. I'm watching TV.
That's exactly what my dad would do
Really?
with my sister. My sister would be so pissed. I was like, he's watching TV. Why can't I watch TV? He was like, "Psst, I can watch TV if I want to. You go do your homework."
My house, my rules. Go do
Basically.
your homework.
And so my mom would actually take her to the library to do homework so they wouldn't argue. With me, I was just I knew she wanted me like have the homework done. I never liked when she would tell me to do my homework. I don't know why. So I was like, I feel like I told the story, but we'll tell it again.
Yeah, you said it last time, but tell it
Yeah.
again.
It's probably second grade. We probably one of those like meaningful moments of like a teacher giving out a lesson to her students of like life. Be like, kids, learn from your mistakes, and I just kept on with that day. So my mom was like, "Go do your homework." I remember looking at her and be like, "Mom, like you don't have to worry about me. Like I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. Could you imagine second grade Angel being up to an adult? It's like
I'd be like, come on.
she let me be. She's like, okay, we'll see how it goes. And I got passing grades, probably got A's and B's, and so she saw that as good. So I was like, oh, free at last, free at last. I have my mom telling me go do your homework. I'm like, Mom, I think I can handle my homework.
At least one of us could.
So, what was your homework process like?
My homework process was pretend like I would do it, not actually do it, then at school the next day, do it before I had to turn it in and get a C.
I remember one time um, that kind of happened to me where like I wanted to postpone the homework, and so I would always do my homework beforehand and get everything completed. So the day that I got into class, it was in fourth grade. I told Mr. Avila, sorry, Mr. Avila, I told him that I just forgot my homework. I lied to him. I'm sorry. And he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to bring it in tomorrow. You usually turn in your homework," which it usually did. It was the only time I lied to him. I promise.
Ah.
But yeah, I lied to him that one time. I've always wanted to go back and visit him and tell him that I'm sorry. I lied to him that day that he told me I didn't have to turn in my homework. I felt so guilty even after that because I was like, I forgot it at home. I'll bring it tomorrow. And he was like, no, you don't have to worry about it. You usually turn in your homework, which I did. But yeah, that made it even worse. I was like, you're supposed to
The
say
fact
yes.
that he
You're supposed to
trusted you and
bring it.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I can't do this podcast with you. You lied to your fourth grade teacher.
I'm
This
always
is
wanting to
done.
go back and tell him I'm sorry.
Oh my
Dang.
goodness.
But he was a tough teacher though. Like he was the teacher that any troubled kids, quote unquote,
Mhm.
um, the teachers would send to him, and this is
You
what
put him straight.
he he's a he was a huge guy. Elementary kids. He was probably 6 foot, probably 5'6". when we were No, he was huge. He was big in height and kind of husky. And so when the other teacher sent him like bad kids, he put him up in front of the class and literally like interrogate them. Like, so why are you here? What did you do? And he made kids cry in front of the class.
I
And
don't know why I'm here. I'm sorry.
my teacher actually got to visit him a few years back, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't do that anymore." You wonder why?
Probably got yelled at. Too many kids crying.
he he was he wouldn't physically hurt them, but yeah,
Emotionally. It would
yeah,
be
definitely,
emotional.
yeah, definitely. And he's like, "Go stare at that wall over there in the corner. You got a timeout." And we're fourth graders. We're like,
Stare at a wall.
yeah. So it was so funny when my sister went back to visit him. He's like, "Yeah, I can't do that anymore." I wonder how many parents complain about
I was
that.
gonna say somebody got their hand slapped a little bit.
Yeah. Well, when we told that to my parents, they're like, "Oh, he got lucky. He just got yelled at, and that's it." Back in my day, I used to bring out the ruler and
Oh,
hit your hand.
wow.
Yeah. If you didn't answer correct, I was like, "You serious?"
That's abuse. You can't do that nowadays.
We had a customer come in. She was saying, uh, like American kids were like spoiled, or like you can't discipline them, like how you could. I don't know where she was from, but not in this country,
Not here.
not here. uh, and she's like, yeah, they're just gonna call the police, and
I call the police if someone start beating me with a ruler.
but I think he was talking about like her own kids. It's gonna be so bad because it's gonna be controversial or whatnot. But I was like, I literally said this to this person. I was like, Why don't you take the phone away?
And we have now jumped the line into a controversial podcast. um, question of the day: what would you do to to your kids to scold them? No, I'm kidding.
I always wondered. Now that we both don't have kids, I want to know like what's our view currently that we don't have kids, because I feel like our view is gonna change once we have kids, of how are you gonna discipline your kids, and how are you gonna go about that.
Well, first of all, Angel, I have a cat, which is basically my child.
Because I would love to see like this once we do have kids, how much is gonna change.
Yeah. I think in my relationship with Candace, I will definitely be the one that is like the fun parent, and she'll be the one that has to scold the kids because I definitely won't. Would you agree with that, Candace? You're looking at me. Yeah, she's shaking her head. Yes. She'll be the one that scolds them, but I don't think like it would be anything bad. Like I feel like I'll just be like, I don't know. I feel like if I raise my voice, because I don't raise my voice very often, but when I do, I feel like I can freak some people out. And so I feel like that'll be the most that I do. Unless the boy's being a little turd, then I'll smack him around a little bit. Like that was a joke, people. Please realize that was a joke. I will not cause any physical harm to my children. Honestly, I don't feel like I do anything. Like I don't think I'll like spank him or anything.
I hope I get that with my future partner, because I don't know if she's gonna be able to like. Well, I gotta figure out who it is first, and then see what she's
one.
to. Step 1, find a wife. Step 2, figure out whether she can scold kids or not, or she's too lovey-dovey that she can't scold kids, which that will make me have to be the one scolding kids. Could you imagine me?
No. This is what that needs to be like a first date question. Hi. So, what our future children? You're gonna lay down the law. I can imagine you like scolding a child.
I definitely couldn't. Like, I feel like the only way the kids would, like, a kid would be able to, like, my kids would be able to piss me off was like if they try to like mock another kid with like either their status or the way they're living. That's the only way I would be pissed if they didn't treat another kid right, based on like economics or something like that. Like making fun of the kid just because of that, something they can't control.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'd be so chill.
I'm like, yeah, cool guy.
I'm afraid of that though, because like you can't give them too much freedom.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So hopefully, future wife, if you're listening to this, you gotta lay down the law. So I'm clearly not gonna do it.
Or else they're gonna be running around with no rules.
Yeah. I'm just like, just be kind to people, and you can do whatever you want.
Hey,
yeah, go crazy.
I feel like get good grades, be nice. What else do you want? I mean,
honestly, yeah, that's basically it. Like, if you have good grades and you're kind to people,
you're good. You're good in my book.
Yeah, of course. Don't become an addict and do drugs. Stay away from that, and you're good.
There are some givens.
So, yeah. Have you thought about a question of the day?
Yeah, I already know what our question of the day is. It's going to have nothing to do with anything that we've talked about. The question of the day is actually about Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is on Friday. And so the question of the day is, you feel like you have to answer, Angel, if you don't want to answer. If you have a Valentine, and what your Valentine's Day plans are. And if you don't have a Valentine, then you can say like what your favorite like type of chocolate is or something like that, like candy for Valentine's Day, because they kind of go one in one. So if your answer is yes, what your plans are. If your answer is no, what your favorite candy is, because we all know that that's the backup plan.
It's kind of funny, like you kind of like a little bit broke up in mid question, so I was like, oh, that's perfect timing. I'm just kidding.
But
I got enough of it that I answered that question. I'm like, if it's on a Friday, my Valentine's night plans are CrossFit and probably come back to work to edit.
Hey, there we go. Got those plans on lock.
Honestly, I'm reading the Mamba mentality, so I gotta get that focus.
Yeah, you better read it for next time.
Um, we'll see. Um, what was I gonna say? I forgot about it. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. Oh wait. So question of the day: if you have a Valentine's, what are your Valentine's Day? Oh wait, what are your Valentine's Day plans?
We're just doing a
Oh,
dinner.
or would you like to go with favorite candy? With candies.
No, I would like to go with the plans, please.
My fiance is currently watching me right now.
Blink twice if you need help. For those
So we're gonna
on the
ask.
podcast, I blinked twice. But no, we're going to the Chicago Auto Show on Saturday. And so that's going to be super fun. And that's kind of our Valentine's Day gift to one another. And Friday, we're just going to have like some meal of some sort. So pretty
Oh,
fun. Yeah, looking forward to it.
boom, boom, boom. Are you gonna answer the bonus question? What's your favorite Valentine's Day candy?
Oh, Reese's. Come on. I love Reese's. And for those asking, yes, I do know that the best Reese's are the Reese's eggs, not the Reese's Christmas trees. So back off on that. Get on my level. Okay.
I didn't even know there was a Reese's Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
I've heard the debate of Reese's eggs versus traditional Reese's.
Reese's egg has more peanut butter and it's just good. Like they're both great candy, but the Reese's egg just kind of puts it over the top.
I heard that exact same, like basically line for line response.
Really?
Reese's eggs before. Oh, was it you who had this? But like, no, it wasn't him. It was somebody
No.
else. Yeah, but yeah, literally, it was like Reese's eggs has way more, like exactly what you just said. Like, oh,
You might have read my blog. It's titled Traditional Reese's versus Reese's Egg. Why more
hashtag
peanut butter is better.
hashtag Reese's challenge is coming in. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I got my fingers crossed for it.
Oh, within, I want to say within the next 5 to 10 years, Reese's challenge will definitely happen. Whether
5 to 10.
5 to 10, I feel like that's when we'll get at least a good enough audience. There'll be somewhat of a little peak, or enough people that challenge it
We're really going to be hyping it up.
has. So hopefully it works out. We'll see. Okay, you want to exit our
Yeah.
office? Boom.
Again, guys, wow, what another great episode. From our households to yours, we wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you again for taking the time out of your days to listen to another edition of Talkmen Tuesdays. Yeah, really, really appreciate it
Uh,
all. Did I really lag out during the closing? This is
no,
the
yeah.
worst ending ever. I was really feeling myself during that one. All right, I'll make it
I
quick.
literally got thank you. Then cut it off. I'm like, oh, sorry guys. Okay, take two.
Take two. Boom. Thank you very much for listening. Happy Valentine's Day. We love you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like it, leave a comment with the Valentine's Day question of the day. Subscribe, Angel Corrado 2. Stay tuned for
Man,
next
you just
week
did it
when we
quick.
talk about the chapters. Boom.
You did it so quick and you didn't get interrupted now.
Uh,
Last time there was like more emphasis and then it got interrupted.
oh, yeah. See, I just got to crank through these details.
Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. One last time. Question of the day is
Valentine's Day plans. If you don't have any, favorite Valentine's Day chocolate.
boom. Let us know. And thank you for watching.
Peace.
Wow, wow.